Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video here today from Simp Saver Sam titled Man Confronts Entitled Woman Sitting on a Random Guy's Luxury Car. Modern women have become so entitled, thinking that they have all the right to do whatever they want without any consequence, and if they ever face any backlash, they get flabbergasted and confused. Today's video was suggested to me by Matrix of Madness. I'm going to leave both of their channels linked in the pinned comment, so make sure you go and subscribe to these guys. Don't forget to leave your own thoughts and comments, and let's jump right into the video.
Babes, y'all are not about to believe this man came running out the store just to yell at me because I was sitting on this car. Y'all, keep in mind it is not his car, and he's yelling at me to get off, and I was so embarrassed. Man was like, get off the car with your jacket and your ass.
Of course he would yell at you. Of course you will be embarrassed, but does she feel any regret or guilt? I highly doubt that.
Yeah, you should be embarrassed. He works at House of Bijan, obviously. They are known for the cars they park on Rodeo Drive. If you play story mode in GTA, they literally park a Bugatti there as a reference, because everyone knows about it. So not only are you entitled enough to think you can just sit on $400,000 cars that don't belong to you, you're making fun of a working man's accent for doing his job. I don't know who you are, but you really need to do better.
When I was growing up, I was always told, Sam, don't touch things you can't afford. But this girl went above and beyond because the car she sat on today is worth about $400,000. Because I did some research and I found this car. It could be the exact same car in the video, but this one went for $400,000. But a lot of people in the comments are saying that the one she's on is a one-of-one custom, which is around $1.6 million. Either price tag is a flipping high one. And her sat on it doing her prank, as she calls it, she probably took about 10-20 grand off it.
And unsurprisingly, a lot of women today are just like that. A lot of them are incredibly narcissistic and unbearable to the point of thinking that they hold as much value as a top-earning man and will make fun of anyone who's anything less.
Someone in the comments said, the fact she posted it, now that's embarrassing. And she said, lol, and I wouldn't have posted it if it was real, but thank you. Like, even if it is a prank, you still sat on a 6, maybe 7-figure car.
And by the way, no one is laughing at her prank. All she did was expose how immature and childish that she actually is.
Someone else in the comments said, maybe don't touch things you can't afford. And she said, maybe don't comment things you know nothing about.
And here comes the classic shaming and calling others names. How can we forget that?
I really don't appreciate shit. And this is why chivalry is dead. This is why men don't want to do shit for us anymore. Because the minute you start to not appreciate but expect shit, I'm not doing it for you. And I'm a woman and I feel that way. And I know men that feel that way. I don't have to do anything for you but respect you. I don't have to send you money. I don't have to spend money on you. I don't have to do any of that. That's something I want to do.
Imagine living with a lot of women like this lady who are just quote-unquote boss babes that will look down on you. These people will never have any respect for you because no matter what you do, you are always below them in their eyes.
What's your type?
6 foot, money, Mexican, well-mannered, family-oriented.
You say 6 foot Mexican?
Mm-hmm.
There's tall.
Yeah,
there's
there
tall
are
Mexicans.
some tall ones.
Where they at?
They're all some tall
Where they
ones.
at?
What a surprise, guys. These women are getting rich by marrying the top percentage of men who are very successful. What shocking information to learn about, as if we have not heard and seen the same damn thing since forever.
Someone in the comments said, as a former 6-foot Mexican, I am pleased to announce I'm now 5'11". Someone else said, on behalf of all Mexicans, we decline.
This just proves how a lot of these modern women, regardless of what they offer, will always have these absurd demands that only very few of the top men will ever be able to provide.
Do you have male friends?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're all trying to you.
They're
for
not.
sure. Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
What do you guys talk about?
Cooking, friends.
Are they gay?
Pause.
Probably they are. Otherwise, why would a dude go through the headache of talking to a modern woman like this if it's not for bedroom fun?
Modern day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
You believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about what? 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year. And I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
Okay, before we go, what's your math saying?
The conversation and the words that are coming out of the mouth of someone like you, I would never consider top tier. A top tier man is also a man that is extremely desirable by way of his character.
I agree with both sides here. Character is a big thing, and any top tier alpha male never says he's the top tier alpha male. He just doesn't. I just find those terms a bit cringy, and I agree with a lot of what this man has said in the past, but yeah, making money, being tall is important, but what does being black have to do with it? But yeah, top tier guys, whatever you call them, don't need validation.
I agree, both sides are right, but with how fast food minded dating is these days, a man's character might as well not even exist, since modern women's priorities are just about height and money a lot of the time.
Men do not treat ugly women the same as they treat ugly men.
Yeah, they do.
What?
They
I
treat
don't
ugly
agree.
men like... What do you mean?
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. In fact, there was a social experiment on this, which was done and just via hiring practices. They took two men, the exact same credentials. They both applied to the exact same business for an accounting firm. The handsome Chad got the job. The other guy didn't.
But they didn't do
And
it with an
then-
ugly man and an ugly woman, did they?
Hang on. That would be the equivalent, though.
No, because that's saying that ugly people in general are treated worse, which is true.
They are.
Yeah, and ugly men are treated better than ugly women.
Prove it.
Nope.
I can't
Not
prove
true.
it.
That's because it's not demonstrated.
Okay, then you prove it.
Prove what? I'm saying that it's equal, that ugly people get treated bad.
Prove it.
One thing the guy does not mention, even though what he says is true, is that an ugly woman will at least get the help of a government because of their gender. Meanwhile, an ugly man will have no one to help him whatsoever.
Why your knees way down?
Because I'm long-legged. Okay, Mr. Sir, I'm a real authentic model. This is what models usually look like.
What are you?
Me.
Them knees too far from the hips to be real. Nah, man, hell
To be
no.
real,
If she is a model, she would be with a top percenter instead of being on a dating show getting absolutely roasted.
Do you think a man can be successful without a good woman be next to him?
I don't know about that. A man does not need a woman to be successful.
You said, can a man be successful without a woman? 100%. Can a man be fulfilled and living with a full life of purpose without a woman? No. Ask me if I'm fulfilled in my life, and I'll tell you no, because I need a woman to be fulfilled and I need a family. But not only the family, a woman can give me an immense amount more and add so much value to my life, yes. Can a woman elevate a man's life completely and utterly? Is that very rare to find these days? Yes, because women are very selfish these days because the roles would be reversed and the women know how important they are, and now we're in a society where men know that without woman, a man is nothing, so women are using this to psychologically abuse men. But men are letting it happen, so I say it's the fault of men completely. If your woman abuses you and you don't stand on business, it's your fault.
And this is why most guys nowadays have found other ways to be fulfilled, whether it's by having friend groups, going to the gym, or even playing video games, which are way less risky, to be honest.
Y'all, tell me why I was talking to this guy on this dating app and he was so nice. He was very straightforward about what he wanted. He was like, I want a relationship. I'm not here to play games, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, King, go off. Set your boundaries. I love it. And he was like, we're going to go on a date on Sunday. I've got it planned out. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds great. Like, and he was like, what kind of food do you like? And he like curated this date for me. And I was like, this is so nice. Like, this is going to be great. And so it's like a Tuesday. The date's on Sunday. And I get off work. And I'm like disheveled, you know, no makeup, hair a mess. I'm elbow deep in a box of Cheerios, watching TV. And we were just texting and he was like, so I had mentioned, I was like, we should probably FaceTime before the date just to make sure you're not like a murderer or something. And he was like, oh yeah, let's FaceTime right now. And I was like, well, not like right now. I was like, you know, later. And he was like, no, I don't want some like curated version of you. I want to see you candid. And I was like, oh, I'm shy. Sorry. And he was like, this isn't going to work out.
Now, even though it's unfair, can men really be blamed? As a majority, modern women have messed up the dating market, causing all men, and possibly quote-unquote good women, in the process to struggle as well.
Would you pick me in a room full of women?
A room full of women?
Yeah.
Why am I in the room?
Well, I don't know. Why are you in the room? Why'd you go in the room?
Because you told me to go in the room.
I don't recall telling you to go into any room. I just asked.
You just asked if I was in the room with full of women.
How do you even know you're in the room? You could be on one of those two-way glasses.
You just
and
asked
you
me
could
a
be looking
question.
through the room. But now, all of a sudden, you're in the room.
Because you.
And you inserted yourself. I didn't even think about that.
Yes, I would pick you. Is that the right answer?
Not anymore. It would have been if you wouldn't have asked, well, why am I in the room? I don't know. I have no idea.
So why did
That
you...
was I didn't think about that. And now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm upset.
You see, a lot of women will ask these stupid questions expecting to hear an answer that they want, but when you answer otherwise, they will get upset and throw an attitude at you, and they wonder why no man wants to date them.
How do you feel about women dressing promiscuous on Halloween?
I think it's amazing.
You think it's amazing?
I do.
What if they're in a relationship though?
I think you men need to be more secure. I think he's insecure if he feels like emasculated by a woman dressing hot on Halloween.
No, that's not it though.
Why does she need to look sexy for anybody else but him?
I love to look sexy just for myself.
Stop the cap.
Like, if you're so insecure about me looking hot, then that's fine.
Do you have a boyfriend right now?
No.
Would you guys date her?
Hell no.
No.
There's a general lack of
No.
sense nowadays.
No, eh?
You just said no.
They want me to be like all covered up.
What's wrong with that? Show you're dating your husband. The only man that deserves that.
You're not cold?
I feel great. I feel great.
The fact that she thinks that promiscuous clothing is fine and amazing just shows how unwilling she is to settle down for a man. People like her always look for the backup plan. And with that out of the way, I have a second video here today I wanted to go over with you guys titled Group of Women Slap a Man and Instantly Regret It. So let's get into it.
Murdered now?
Yeah.
Right now? In Australia?
But you're still supporting the murder. That's the thing.
I really don't think... I don't think so.
I think you're a bit dense.
You think I'm dense?
Yeah.
You're looking pretty dense yourself, I'm sorry to say. But,
Don't fucking fat shame my friend.
get the fuck out of here. You fatty, get the fuck off. Away from me. Well,
Now guys, I don't advocate for violence, but I do not feel sorry for these people whatsoever. People like them expect society to cater to them and that everything they say shall be accepted.
Hey guys, I'm Bahar Nabieva.
Because you're single right now, right?
Yeah.
How should guys approach you in the gym, or if at all?
They don't approach me, they just stare at me because I think I look intimidating.
Spoiler alert, guys, this quote-unquote lady is not actually a lady.
So they do where they find you on social media, follow you, slide in the DMs,
They
but
slide
never
in the
actually say
DM
anything.
Talking about, I saw you in the gym, but I was kind of a little scared to approach you, and I was like, no wonder.
Do you understand how you're kind of intimidating, though?
Yeah, but I think, like, even at this point, without no context, I think it's the vibe that I'm giving off, maybe a little, like, tomboyish style, and I think I do look a little intimidating, I'm not gonna lie.
I honestly don't, and I don't think anyone cares. If anything, there won't be a sane man who is willing to find out if this person is a girl or a dude, let alone being in a relationship with them.
Men with girlfriends, why do you guys have to like other girls' pictures on Instagram?
Girls with boyfriends, why do you have to post half-naked pictures of yourself on Instagram?
How freaking hard is it to just scroll?
How freaking hard is it to keep those type of pictures private in your photo gallery?
She's so pretty, admire her, sure.
Admire yourself, sure, but just don't post it publicly.
Is it worth hurting someone you love over something as meaningless as Instagram pictures?
Is it worth hurting someone you love over something as meaningless as Instagram likes?
That's a boundary that your girlfriend is setting, then why not just respect it?
If that's a boundary your boyfriend is setting, then why not just respect it?
Let them know we are not too needy or sensitive or insecure for having standards.
Let them know we are not too needy or sensitive or insecure for having standards. That's so tough.
This just proves that the double standards modern women have are absolutely insane, and these same individuals will expect you to go along with them. No thank you, I'm good.
He is so sexy to me when he does masculine shit. When I see him working on the yard, when I see him fixing the house, when I see him just like talking to a guy in a certain way and his like masculine tone comes out and I just see him in real life, or like he views someone in the store and he's like, they're moving a little funny, get on this side of me. Like that shit is sexy. Women want that, and it's a primal thing.
Yeah.
It's a procreation thing. You know, we want to be, whether women want to admit it or not, we want to be soft. We want to be around a man that we don't gotta embrace our masculinity, right? Because that man will go and embrace his masculinity. And equally so, I feel like men also don't want to be masculine all the fucking time. You know, there's times where they want to come home and they want peace and they want love and they want somebody that they could just be like their little self with.
That is correct, but let's be real. Do modern women ever really admit it? Absolutely not. They will always ask for the nice man, while meanwhile they'll go out and have bedroom fun with the dudes who are attractive behind the scenes.
I was married. I left my marriage. There's no lack of a lineup begging for the opportunity. So I don't know where you get the idea that people like avoid me like the plague. Check my DMs on Insta. Like,
wait, there's a what?
A whole lineup
Of men who want what?
literally try to get me to date them.
Look, as a woman, you don't get the W until you have the ring.
I had it.
Yeah, but you
And I
don't have
left.
it now.
I haven't even been in the
but
dating
you're
for
like,
long.
You're
That's
like
the L.
That's the L.
Yeah, just because men want to you, that's not the
No,
W.
I don't think that they want to just me, but I know that plenty of men want to date me.
Yeah, guys, a lot of these women will be cheating on their men, and if they are ever caught, they will deny any accountability and put the blame on anything or anyone but themselves. As always, completely shocking.
I just left a scenario with someone who literally was asking my ring size already.
But you're like, oh, all these dudes in my DMs. That's just the life of a woman.
Exactly.
This girl next to you
So,
says it's easy mode for dating.
I literally
for
just
women.
said I don't think it's just me. I think it's probably all of us have at least a handful. But what he's saying,
that's your default.
That men, I'm talking about his comment. Can you stay focused? He's saying that they avoid us like the plague. That's such. Do men avoid you like the plague? You? No? Okay.
What are you talking about?
His comment.
This lady fails to understand the difference between a guy wanting to sleep with her, which will be a lineup of thirsty men by default, and men who would actually want to marry her, which of course there are, realistically, none. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves, guys. Peace.